What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shakira. Hey, so it is April 6th. It's a brand new week. We just had Easter Sunday, um, yesterday. So actually, I don't know if the markets are open. I don't see why they wouldn't be, honestly. So let's just make sure that we know what is going on today as we prep. All right, so I don't know why this keeps opening on me. So we're in April. Okay. Excuse me. So we have news at 10. So, of course, I'll not be doing anything until 10 a.m. And then, yep, just gonna wait for that. What else we got this week? Some orange folder stuff tomorrow. Meeting minutes on Wednesday. That's not the same as FMC that we had last week. We have core PCE, some GDP stuff on Thursday, and some core CPI stuff on Friday. So it's going to be an interesting week. What's interesting though is that we have moved bullish, which, if we're being honest, is not weird. If we look at this from a weekly perspective, it's a little hard to see. Oh, hold on. Let me switch to the perpetual contract on the weekly. It's a little, I don't like this one because it's not taking into account the fact that we'd already taken this out already on the other contracts, but whatever. Anyway, so on the weekly, we'd already rolled down into this equal lows and taken those out. And honestly, I'm not even sure if, hold on, let's go back to the daily since I can't use this. We might need to use TradingView for that. I'm not even sure if, only, what am I saying? I don't even know. I think I need to go back to bed, y'all. Anyway, so we've taken a lot of liquidity on the weekly time frame. And I'm more bullish mainly because once we took all this liquidity, I'm just noting this here because, if we choose to drop down, it's an area of interest along with the extreme of this candle and the fair value gap that's inside of it. And let's do a little cleanup. Just delete that. And let's delete that because it's been cool. So what do we have? We had this aggressive move up, which could technically be it's an engulfing candle. And then we had another one. And this candle here is what's making me more bullish because we've dipped into the fair value gap here and we've rejected very aggressively. So we want to see a more bullish candle on this next day. But as we all know, this candle is forming, so anything can happen. Right now, it's taken the previous day's high, the previous day before that's high, and we might be heading towards this high right here. So I'm just going to do a little copy. I'm gonna pull this down this way, move this over, so it's a little bit closer there. Bam. So that's a nice little target. Of course, these lovely looking equal highs up here is like much more juicy. So personally, I'd be interested in those, really. So let's just note that these are, just make them equal. All right. And I don't usually do this, but let's add a 12-hour time frame in here. And let's see, let's do custom, no, intraday, and 12 hours. And let's give that some space so we can actually see what's happening. All right, so let's go to the 12-hour time frame. So yeah, everything is looking really, I managed to do that. Sorry, guys. Everything's looking really bullish on the 12-hour. We've been pushing up. We've swept this out. It's not weird if they'd like to come back down into this fair value gap. We've been sitting inside of it for a while, so we might just go sideways, but we'll see what the news brings us today. But I'm looking for some kind of a pullback and continuation up. So on the 4 hour, we're really close to the next day's highs. London's had a nice run up, so I hope everybody took advantage of that. I can't get this cough to go away, man. So they've already taken out previous day's high stuff, so it's quite possible that we don't necessarily get the type of movement we'd like in New York, because usually when they do this movement pre-market, I don't get the type of movement I need. It's Monday though, so there's no need to force a trade, you know what I mean? Like I said, they've already taken previous day highs and all that juiciness already right here. And then just a slow grind up. So we gapped, let's see, gap down here, very aggressive move up for a continuation. So it would have been nice late last night to grab something in this general vicinity to take that high out, or at least to get to the top of this guy. And the fact that this guy didn't take it out, it definitely would have made me feel like they were coming back for it later, which they obviously did. So on the 1 hour, for bullishness, we're already kind of pulling back here already. So just got to see what we got, what we have. I mean, honestly, it's going to be wait and see, but I'm more bullish on the day than I've been in the past few weeks for sure. But I would need to see an aggressive pullback into an area of interest, maybe this, and stay above the midpoint of this fair value gap right here, like we did here, and then pop back up. But we've taken a lot of liquidity. We've moved decently, semi-decently pre-market, but we do have news coming up, so we'll see what happens. So I would, if we just shoot off to the sky and take out all this liquidity, I'm not saying no to to shorts. I'm just saying, I need to see some aggressive move down. Like this was an aggressive move down, so I'd want to see continuation like this. But right now we've recovered all of that, gone sideways, swept everybody out, tapped into this fair value gap, stayed inside of the bigger daily one, and then just rolled right back up. So I'm going to wait for after 10 o'clock. I'm going to wait for some sort of aggressive move, sweep a little bit of liquidity they've created, and then a continuation up if we can get it. But like I said, there's no need to rush. It's a Monday, so wait for A+ setups and keep it moving. Be good. Shakira out.